Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode we're going to be working on the twin turbo Forester. Stay tuned. Alright, so the other day I went and got battery for the multimeter so I could test the battery, and I was charging it yesterday overnight. Took it off this morning and it went down to under 12 volts. So let's check it again. So I initially thought there was a parasitic drain in the car, but yeah, we're now sitting on 10.6. It's been out all day, just sitting by itself, nothing on it, and yeah, it's gone down quite a bit. What I did was actually just put my light behind it. You can see the levels. They're all the same. They're all about 12 mil down. Oh, that last one looks a little bit low. Yeah. Well, the original one out of this is actually in the Skyline, so do I pull the one out of the Skyline? Alright guys, it's the next morning. Let's see what voltage we are sitting at. 15. Alright. I'm going to turn the charger off. Let's see what it drops down to. Charger's off. Alright, so it's gone down a little bit. Sitting pretty good at the moment. We'll come back in a couple of hours and see where it's sitting. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour and a half and we're sitting at 12.36. So it's getting better. So what I might do is actually put it back on again until tonight, and we'll see how we hold until tomorrow morning. Alright, so we're getting a bit more amps in there now. Sitting about 5. Hopefully this works. Alright, currently we're at 15.15 volts on charge. So we're going to turn it off and we'll see how it is in the morning. Alright, this isn't looking good. It's slowing down towards 12.5. I'll check it in the morning. What we'll probably do is actually see if I can hook this oil pressure sensor up to these wires. I'll just twist them first, and if it works I will get a Deutsch connector on there. So pretty much we'll have the battery in the car probably hooked up to the charger as well, and we'll see if we can get a reading through the health tech with the proper calibrations. Alright guys, one last test on the battery. 11.16. Has come out. Alright. So after work I'm busy, but we'll come out here later and try the oil pressure. Battery's been on all day. 14.9 volts. Let's turn it off. Hopefully it stays up there. Alright, so I said to the guys at work that I'll bring this Forester in to work on Friday. It's now Wednesday night. So I'm going to probably pull the battery out of the Skyline. So I'm just going to put the Skyline, or reverse it in beside the garage, and take that battery, because that was actually the Forester's battery that's in there now. So same size, same everything, so it should fit straight into the back. And yeah, we'll take this. So tomorrow we'll work out that oil pressure sensor, and hopefully it's all good. Hopefully we can get it onto the health tech. That means we'll just have some safety features there if the oil pressure does drop down, we'll have like a fuel cut or something like that. And yeah, and then we'll just have to wait for this 2-inch gauge to come in for this Heltec. So it'll bring up 3-4 different displays for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in the center gauge that I made, or I'll put it onto the steering column. I'm not too sure. If I do go steering column, I will make another center gauge and only have 2 gauges on there, so the 2 boosts, because the Heltec one will have the map sensor, so that'll have the pressure obviously from the manifold. So that means we can get rid of the GFB. We won't need that there. So yeah, all of this will come out, all the GFB stuff will come out. Possibly, maybe, I don't know, put that into the Black Forester. So tomorrow, unfortunately tonight, we're pretty busy. We have to go to Marley's school for a parent-teacher thing. But tomorrow I'm going to go to Bunnings and pick up some of that aluminium sheet and start forming a heat shield, so we can at least drive this in the next couple of days. Yeah, maybe just form it around there and get it going for now. We'll work on some other things, and I'll probably just run this grill the way it is for now, just to take it to work on Friday. Just cable tie there and there so it stays on. We've got the 2 center ones there. It's okay. So yeah, we'll work on these 3 wires here. Alright guys, yeah, I'm not going to cut this. I'm just going to leave that because I could potentially screw up my Heltec and screw up the sensor, which I definitely don't want to do. So we'll wait until we've got the proper sensor and the gauge until I do that. So for now, we'll just use the Racetech gauge to see oil pressure, which it's working fine. So yeah, we'll cable tie this up and we will get the battery in the back, get all this stuff off the roof, and we'll get this out and we'll drive it tomorrow. I haven't driven it for quite some time. Alright, the battery's already dropped down to 11.4, so I think that battery is done. So yeah, we'll swap it over with the Skyline one. Alright, there we go boys, ready to go nearly. Just need to get the battery in and start her up, really. Make sure temps are all good. Got the laptop on charge so we can see everything. We just need to get this guard off the roof. Might give it a wash while I'm at work. I've had a really good wash. Look at all those scratches from the dog. Alright guys, I'm back. It's now Friday morning. I've got today off because we are going to a funeral, unfortunately. But however, this morning I need to pack up that gauge pod because I sold that one. I'm going to make a different one for myself. Plenty of shape, just for 2 gauges. Just the 2 boost gauges there, because we're going to have the Heltec one on the steering column. So let's get that out and we can delete the AEM gauge and we'll pack it up and we'll send it off to ACT. Alright, we've got the box ready. We need to get the gauge pod out, we'll wrap it up, and we'll send a couple of little extra things in there for him. Alright, so we'll get this one out. So the goal is today to get the pods going and go for a drive. So we're just going to have the boost gauges sitting here for a minute until I make another one. I think I might try a carbon fiber one, because at the moment I don't have gel coat, as you probably saw last episode, so that one is screwed in there. Yeah, we'll see if we can make one out of carbon fibre. So guys, if you've ever looked at this particular one and you said, oh, that's not sitting properly, you're right, because this plastic isn't sitting properly. It hasn't hooked in to the dash properly at the back, so it was sitting up a bit higher. So yeah, we've got to disconnect this, and we'll pull the AEM wiring through, and we'll disconnect everything, and we'll probably put that in the black fuzz, I guess. Alright, she's out. I forgot that I put carbon fibre on the inside of this one. Anyway, she's off, ready to be in another fuzz. Alright, all packed up, ready to go. Just put the details on there and we'll head off to the post office. We're going to go out to the shops. When we come back, I'll clean this up and hopefully get it started with the battery from the Skyline. Alright guys, so the missus isn't back yet from dropping the kids off at school, so we are going to change over the battery right now. So the one in the Skyline was originally in this one. Yeah, went dead, swapped it over. That's why it doesn't look right in there. Ooh, haven't seen that for a while. This is so annoying getting this one out. This has to come off too. Right, we're slowly getting there, boys. Hey, there's a cabin filter. I've never changed that before. Alright, finally got it out. Go get the terminals off that one. Check it on that one. I think that might be a high performance one. No, they're the same. Alright, it's in. Let's see if she starts up. So the oil pressure might not have any power because I took the boost gauges out. See, it's the battery the whole time. See how easy that starts? Stupid battery. It's a bit smoky. Probably sent a lot of fuel into the engine while we were trying all those times. We'll sort that out later. I don't want to have the Skyline with no battery, so we'll put some power into this, chuck it in, start the car, and let it run for a little bit. Alright, we're going to plug the boost gauges back in so we have the oil pressure there, and yeah, we'll let it run for a little bit. Alright, she's plugged in. We'll get rid of this wiring later. Yeah. Start her up. It's going to be smoky again. Ow. Alright. I think everything's good. So yeah, currently I have no coolant gauge, so I'm going to have to run the laptop so I can see the coolant. Yeah, we've got boost, we've got 3 boosts there, we've got oil pressure, got a little bit of fuel in there still, which is good. Cleared up a bit. That's just condensation now. Right, we'll come back to it later. But yeah, she's running again. There's the battery all along. So, disconnect. Alright guys, I'm back and I'm actually going to be finishing this episode up here. So we've established that the car is running fine. It was just the battery the whole time. We did have it running for a little while and I did feel the wastegate dump there and it was okay. And we do have heat protection on the wiring there, but if we do start staying in the boost and having that wastegate open, we might run the risk of frying some wires. So we're not going to go too hard on it, but next episode we will get it out for a drive and we'll show you what it can do. Okay, so I've got to look at making another gauge pod for this Forester. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed yet. And I'll catch you next episode. Bye.